Before he became the biggest YouTuber in the world, before the hundreds of millions of subscribers, before the billion-dollar businesses, before the private islands, there was simply a teenage
Every
boy
legend has a
with a
beginning.
dream.
This is his story.
His name was James Stephen Donaldson. Today, the world knows him as MrBeast. Born on May 7, 1998, Jimmy grew up in Greenville, North Carolina. At just 13 years old, he uploaded his very first YouTube video. No fame, no money, no audience. Just a small bedroom, an old computer, and a dream that one day the whole world would know his name. At the time, almost nobody believed that YouTube could become a real career. But Jimmy believed, and that belief would change everything. Jimmy started his YouTube journey in 2012 under the name MrBeast 6000. He was only 13 years old. His first videos were simple Minecraft gameplay, Call of Duty videos, YouTube tips, and funny experiments. Like millions of other creators, he dreamed of becoming successful. But there was one problem. Almost nobody was watching. Some videos received only a few hundred views. Others barely reached a few dozen. For most people, that would have been enough to quit. But not Jimmy. Instead of chasing quick success, he became obsessed with understanding YouTube. He studied thumbnails, titles, watch time, audience retention. Every successful creator became a lesson. Every failed video became an opportunity to improve. While others were watching YouTube, Jimmy was learning how YouTube worked. And without realizing it, he was preparing himself to change the platform forever. For years, nothing changed. Jimmy uploaded video after video, hoping this one would be different. But success never came. His channel grew slowly, his videos received very few views. He made little to no money. Many people didn't understand why he kept going. Even his family worried about him. After enrolling in college, Jimmy made a life-changing decision. He dropped out, not because he didn't care about education, but because he believed YouTube was his future. It was a huge risk. No guarantees, no backup plan, just an impossible dream. While others were building careers, Jimmy spent every waking hour thinking about YouTube. He watched successful creators. He studied what made people click, what made people stay, and what made videos go viral. To everyone else, it looked like failure. But Jimmy was quietly building the knowledge that would one day change everything. Then, in 2017, everything changed. Jimmy uploaded a video that sounded completely ridiculous. He decided to count to 100,000 out loud. It took more than 40 hours to complete. Most people thought it was crazy, but that was exactly the point. People clicked because they couldn't believe someone would actually do it. Millions watched to see if he would finish, and for the first time, Jimmy experienced what it felt like to go viral. But he didn't stop there. He pushed the idea even further, watching paint dry for hours, reading an entire dictionary, repeating the same word hundreds of thousands of times. The challenges became more outrageous, more creative, and impossible to ignore. While other creators were following trends, MrBeast was creating his own. The internet had finally discovered a creator who was willing to do what nobody else would. After going viral, Jimmy realized something. People didn't just want another YouTube video, they wanted an experience. So he created a formula that would change YouTube forever. Every video started with a simple idea, easy to understand, in just a few seconds. The last person to leave wins $500,000. I gave away a private island survive 100 days inside a bunker. The ideas were impossible to ignore. But that wasn't enough. The prizes became bigger, the challenges became harder, and the production became more cinematic. While most creators had spent their earnings on expensive cars and luxury lifestyles, Jimmy did the opposite. He invested almost everything back into his videos. Every dollar earned was used to make the next video even bigger than the last. That decision changed everything. His content was no longer just entertainment. It became an event, and millions of people couldn't wait to watch. Within just a few years, everything changed. The small creator, who once struggled to get a few hundred views, was now reaching millions of people. Every single upload, his videos became bigger, his budgets became larger. What once cost a few $100s soon turned into hundreds of thousands, then millions. MrBeast wasn't just making videos anymore, he was creating Hollywood-level productions for YouTube. Every challenge felt like a blockbuster movie. Contestants competed for life-changing amounts of money. Luxury cars, private islands, million-dollar prizes became normal on his channel. Then came one of the biggest moments in YouTube history. MrBeast recreated Netflix's Squid Game in real life. Hundreds of contestants, massive custom-built sets, a prize worth $456,000. The production amazed millions of viewers around the world. It wasn't just another viral video. It proved that YouTube creators could produce entertainment on the same level as television. And from that moment, MrBeast was no longer just a YouTuber. He had become one of the biggest creators on the planet. But Jimmy had a much bigger vision. He knew YouTube alone wouldn't last forever, so he started building an empire. In 2020, he launched MrBeast Burger, a virtual restaurant brand that exploded across the United States. Millions of orders were placed within a short time. Then, in 2022, came another idea. Feastables, a chocolate brand created to compete with some of the biggest names in the food industry. Within months, its products were appearing in stores across the country. But Jimmy wasn't building these companies by himself. Behind every video stood an incredible team: editors, producers, engineers, designers, writers, builders, strategists, hundreds of talented people working together to turn impossible ideas into reality. What started with one teenager and one computer had become a global media company. MrBeast was no longer just creating videos. He was building one of the most powerful creator brands the internet had ever seen. Success gave Jimmy something more valuable than money. It gave him the opportunity to change lives. Instead of keeping his fortune to himself, he chose to give it away. Through Beast Philanthropy, he donated millions of meals to families in need. He funded homes for people who had nowhere to live. He helped build clean water wells, bringing safe drinking water to communities that had gone without it for years. He paid for life-changing surgeries, giving people the chance to see again and receive medical treatment they never thought they could afford. But he didn't stop there. In 2019, he partnered with Mark Rober to launch Team Trees. Together, they inspired millions of people to plant trees around the world. Then, in 2021, they launched Team Seas, a global movement to remove millions of pounds of trash from oceans, rivers, and beaches. For Jimmy, and success was never just about getting more views. It became about using his platform to make a real difference. As MrBeast's popularity continued to grow, so did the pressure. Every new video was watched by millions. Every decision was analyzed by the internet. Over the years, Jimmy faced criticism, business disputes, and legal challenges. Some questioned his business ventures. Others debated whether his philanthropy was entertainment or genuine charity. His companies also faced criticism over product quality and business operations. But through it all, Jimmy continued to improve, learn, and move forward. He publicly acknowledged some mistakes, promised to do better, and remained focused on creating the biggest and best videos possible. For Jimmy, criticism was never the end of the journey. It became another challenge to overcome, and despite every obstacle, he remained the biggest individual creator on YouTube, because in the end, his focus never changed: to make every video better than the last. Today, MrBeast is more than just a YouTuber. He is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a global entertainer, and one of the most influential content creators in history. What started with a teenager recording gaming videos inside a small bedroom has grown into a global media empire, reaching hundreds of millions of people across the world. His videos are translated into multiple languages. His businesses continue to expand. And every new project raises the bar for what creators can achieve. But perhaps the most remarkable part of Jimmy's story isn't the money or the views or even the records. It's his mindset to never stop learning, never stop improving, and never stop making the next video better than the last. From a 13-year-old boy with an old computer to the biggest individual creator on YouTube, MrBeast proved that impossible dreams can become reality through obsession, hard work, and relentless consistency. This is not just like the story of MrBeast. It's proof that every great journey begins with a single upload. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to subscribe to Bigdarze Fame Stories.